How's it going, everybody? It's DE Nutty, and I am here with...
Moxi, hello.
And Moxie, you just won DE 19 Ultimate.
I sure did. Yeah, crazy run. I feel really
How do you feel? How do you feel coming off of this big victory?
It was an interesting week of play for me. So, first of all, very good. But the reason that it feels good is very strange. I went into this week with... it's my first local events back, pretty much, because there was no events because of COVID and snow for a bit. So there's like a month of no local events. So I went straight from the World Tour Championship to Let's Make Big Moves, and like pretty much 2 months of not playing anyone locally. And for the past couple months, I would say I've been, for my standards, definitely underperforming locally. And that's like, it's rough. When I'm going to major tournaments and I'm able to play what I feel is my best and then show up locally and just kind of get worked sometimes. And so it's been a very conscious effort of mine to kind of adjust my play in a way that doesn't just lose to people who know everything about me. They just like can't. So I don't know.
So would you say traveling, especially to like let's make big moves, did you gain a lot of experience? Do you feel like
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Going to major tournaments is, I think, is like probably the best way to get better, or is like the way that I get better the fastest. Whenever I play like a bunch locally, I'm still able to do, like I'm able to get better, and if I'm like working on, or if I'm thinking about the things I need to get better at and being really conscious about my practice, I can still improve. And I'd say a lot of my improvement came in the last week, and I can go into further detail about that in a moment. But yeah, definitely traveling to majors is where I get the most experience, and I grow as a player really fast.
Yeah, would you say it's kind of just this is the moment that you solidify all of that experience that you gain and say, I really did improve, and I'm really here to make a name for myself? Yeah,
when it comes to locally, I think for sure, because I just wanted to... I went into this week. There's 4 tournaments this week in a row. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today. And I won 3 out of the 4, and I really wanted the 4-peat. Before I even played on Wednesday, I was like, I'm going for the 4-peat, and I'm winning all of these. Because I just need to, like... My ego has just been out of control. It's been horrible for myself because I'm like, I go to majors and I do really good, and I'm like, okay, I'm like a top like 30 player in the world. I'm placing 17th at every major or some shit, and then like I show up locally and I just lose to like our 10th on PR and I, like get 3-0'd or something, and I'm like, what the hell is happening to me?
Who would you say over the past 4 days, you've done a lot of playing locally, a lot of competing. Who would you say your biggest bracket demon is over these past 4 days? Because a lot of the players are the same.
Yeah. So the thing with our top 10 is everyone's actually so good. I think my region is pretty insane. And I don't know if any of them are like considered a bracket demon for me. Except probably at this point, like, statistically, it's Mystery Soul. I haven't beaten him in quite a few sets, but also I think I have a much better game plan, and it's been quite a while since we've played, and I really, really want to play him again. My bracket this weekend, actually, as it was seeded, it was all people who have beaten me recently, like people with positive set counts on me, and I'm like, this is what I wanted. This is what I just need to like prove that I can just conquer all of this shit. So I just needed to do it for me. This weekend. It was really just a thing to just remind myself that I can do it.
And is one of those people DE Ashwin? Because one of our guys overheard you venting a little bit, and
in which way?
Cursing, just saying that Ashwin really pissed you off. Something he said, and we just want to know what he said.
Okay, so let me explain this. So first of all, I love Ashwin.
Oh, of course.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Nice. I've lost like the past like 2 sets we played, but that was when I played Pokemon Trainer. We haven't played since I switched to Wolf, and it's been a couple months now. So that's like it's, I guess, possibly considered a bracket demon, but I wouldn't really consider it such. The sets were close. But the reason that it was personal today is because yesterday in a server, he sent a message after losing to H4 and Ludo that said really lost to the 2 best players in Washington. I'm like, oh my god, you motherfucker.
So that's
And then I three-stocked.
he told us earlier it was something about your record against, but thank you for clarifying exactly what it was because we've been curious.
Yes, I'm leaving it for the record, for everyone to see. Yeah, that's
Thank
what
you.
it was. I also, yeah, seriously, no hard feelings.
Oh no, Ashwin, we love Ashwin.
sure.
We feel like we've got a great community here. How do you feel about a lot of the Oregon players? They've really been coming and showing out. People like Viola and Zatami coming in.
Zatami was on a Mondo run today. That was funny. That was actually pretty crazy, the way that he just kind of ran shit. But yeah, I'm proud of Oregon, honestly. Longtime PNW resident and player. I'm happy to see them doing a lot better because I think this is probably the best they've been. They finally have some players that are like really trying to get better, and I think for a long time in Oregon they've had like a lot of players that I think are more lazy, and I'm happy that there's some grinders. I'm really happy about Viola, especially. I think I'm really proud of her.
It's really exciting.
She's just getting better super fast. I personally think she's the best Mennonite right now, and that's a pretty cool title. Ye's actually insane, but he doesn't play Mennonite primarily anymore. But yeah, super proud, happy for Oregon. Like 3 of them in top 8, so they're definitely doing something right. They still get worked in the crew battle, but yeah, I'm excited to see more from them. I really like all those players.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me. Is there anything you want to shout out? Anything that you're going to be, any projects that you're going to be working on, or anything you just want to plug?
I'm working hard. I don't have any projects. I'm just fixated on Smash all the time, but I do want to say apologies for the ego in the interview. It's been a rough week. I literally meditated in the dark for 5 days before Wednesday. I was on this Tuesday night, and I'm like, I actually can't play anymore. I'm horrible. I need to just fix something. And so since then, to off balance that, I've been all over the place. But yeah, I'm to offset that. I'd like to say I'm really proud of my region as a whole, not just Oregon, like I said, but like everyone got super good, and I'm super happy for all of them. I love how much everyone pushes each other. Everyone works so hard. Seeing a PR where all the players, like at the top end, they practice with each other. They're also friends, which is cool. You would be surprised as a traveled person. I go places and people just don't practice that hard, or like a lot of the PR just isn't friends, and it's just crazy to me. And I'm so glad that our region has such a good practice environment and such a good community. I think it's really gonna do us well in the future. Yeah, so I'm hopeful.
We've really got something special going on here with events like DE and
also
and
our
anything
TOs are
else.
so sick. DE
Yeah.
Max, absolutely good.
Max is insane. We're about to do an interview with him, and people like Goose as well.
I love Goose.
Oh yeah, great.
So just all of our TOs are just wonderful.
Well, thank you for joining me. Congratulations on the big victory, and see you at DE20.
Yeah, of course.
Sick. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.